of nowhere in British Columbia, between Williams Lake and Bella Coola, in what's called the Chilcotin Territory.
Okay.
And we were about 75 kilometers on a non-maintained road from the main road. So we were a long way from anyone.
Yeah.
And we built what's called an earth ship home, one word, and it's an earth ship because it's built from 85% recycled materials, and it's a ship because it's a fully contained unit to live in that provides all of your survival or human needs, physiological human needs in the house itself. So it was a very interesting thing that we built. We'd never built anything before. And after we had the shell of it built, we decided to live as hunter-gatherers, which was our plan. So we did live 2 years as hunter-gatherers.
So your food, all your food came from what you hunted
And
fished and gathered.
Absolutely.
So
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
Yes.
And you still talk to each other today.
We do.
Still together.
We do.
And then slowly you went through this evolution from hunter-gatherers to farming a little bit,
Yes.
which is an amazing, I guess, self-discovery for you and your husband.
It was, because we had thought we would live forever.
Right.
Living off the land and just have this wonderful life of exploring and adventuring. And what we realize is we understand why our ancestors didn't live very long. It's a very, very difficult life. Mm-hmm. And we also discovered innovation. What we realized afterwards was that we started to add in and innovate the way our ancestors had. Right. So every problem that we encountered, we started figuring out, well, what should we do about this? How do we change this discomfort or this issue that we were facing? And in hindsight is when we realized, when people were talking to us, that we went, oh, we actually lived accidentally the evolution of civilization.
That's right.
So we went through all the eras from farming to the industrial age. We added power, then we went to greenhouses, and then we automated and used sensors and the Internet of Things, and we had Internet and the information age, and by the end of the 7 years, we were living more futuristic.
Right, that's incredible.
Than current society does.
That's
so
right.
It was an amazing journey that we had not expected, and the learnings that came out of that were very different from what most people would expect, but also anything that we had expected
as well. And then situation changed where you were called back to Kingston, your hometown. And so tell us a little bit about what brought you here, because from that is what also led you to Queen's University and your role there too.
Yeah,
it's quite interesting.
So my aging parents are here in Kingston, and so I had come back to see them in 2012, came out of the bush at that point just to see how they were doing, and realized that they were going to need us fairly soon. So in 2014, we moved back to Kingston from the bush and came back here to help them. And that's been the journey we've been on since we arrived. About a year after I came to Kingston, I realized I'm going to be a little bored. So I reached out to Queen's, to the Smith School of Business, and basically went in and said, here's what I have done. Mm-hmm. I've been an entrepreneur. I've had these different businesses. This is the size of the businesses I've run. I've done this crazy journey into innovation and realized how important innovation is to our future. And somebody there, thankfully, said, you need to meet Dr. Elspeth Murray. And she's the Associate Dean at Smith School of Business. And so we met, and she said, we've got this new program that we've launched, that we think you'd be a great director for. And that's the management program in innovation and entrepreneurship. So that's...
You're a perfect fit.
It was a very unusual and very perfect fit for my skill set. Yeah,
which is amazing. So what would you say is your highest accomplishment at Queen's that you feel most proud of? I mean, there's many moments, I'm sure, but
I would say number one is we have impacted so many people's lives. Mm-hmm. The students that come out are transformed from when they came in, and they leave stronger, more driven to make change in the world. And and to be impacting the future generation that will help us with all the problems that we have in the world is just so inspiring. It's just been, it's been amazing to witness what these young people can do.
That is an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world's a better place, actually,
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
So thank you, Shari, and to all your wonderful students. My last question is your next endeavor. And I didn't realize this until you talked to Gabby and myself, that I guess Women Mean Business played a small role in where you're going in the future. So I'm very excited for you. Tell us a little bit about that.
I would say it was a big role that you played. So I would, what I recognized after you and Gabby approached me,
Yes.
And that you believed in me, and you felt confident that I could deliver a workshop and a presentation that you felt was worthy of the network. You saw in me something that I hadn't seen. And so, and I think that's what you do so well, both of you, in the Women Mean Business Network, is you are seeing in others sometimes things we don't see ourselves, and building us up to say you can do this. And that was really the first public speaking that I'd done, you know, other than my students.
Right.
And so it taught me a lot about public speaking. It got me up on a stage, and it made me realize that I had a story.
Yes.
That I didn't maybe realize before. And so the ability now to start a public speaking career and start sharing some of those stories and some of the things that I've learned along the way has been inspired by that first, somebody believing in me.
That's amazing. And that, I guess, is one of our big
Yes.
accomplishments as well.
Yes.
Shari, you know what? It's a great pleasure to talk to you. We can go on the whole day. We probably will talk a little later on.
Yes.
So I hope you've all enjoyed meeting Shari. An amazing inspiration. And yes, it is about building each other up and changing the world even a little bit in our own backyard.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.